Transit TV back again. Again is Arsenal. Yes, before getting to this one, Noni Madueke, Chelsea to Arsenal. Chelsea again. Let's don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Hit the like button, and please, this is my take. I really want to hear what you have to say about my opinion, because I know there are so many. It's no longer news, but look at it from this dimension and let me know what you think in the comment section. It's really very important. Hit the like button and also share this video. Yeah, 1 second. Of course, we're not going to forget Diogo Jota, just like that. We still mourn his soul and that of his brother Andre Silva. Noni Madueke, when this news broke as rumor a few days ago, I thought it was one of those gimmicks Arsenal is trying to use to negotiate Eze or some other player elsewhere. I didn't take it seriously. Then the last 24 hours, here we go. Right now, as we speak, and I record this video, Noni Madueke is on his way from USA, leaving Chelsea to London to do his medical and probably be unveiled in the next few days. And then it dawned on me that this is for real. And to be honest, like every other Arsenal fan, my initial reaction to this one was, Chelsea again? Must we buy from Chelsea? But again, it became a reality. I said, okay, let me even give it a thought and try to reflect on this a little bit. And it's time to just let you know what I think about this transfer. And before I talk about Noni Madueke, let me remind you, last season, the major difference between Liverpool winning the title and Arsenal or Man City or whoever was because they had bodies in that team. They had players who were not special. If you're a loyalist to this channel, you know I never said that Liverpool was going to win the league last season. But what I found out when I reflected on last season, what I found out was that Liverpool has so many players who were not special, but we are consistent at the level they were and produced. And a slot shared the minutes amongst these players, and they hardly had injuries. And when they had players to come in and do, if not exactly, almost what the person that is injured did. And one thing you have to also understand, these players did not come cheap to Liverpool. Liverpool paid, I think, 62 million for Gakpo. They paid 92 million euros for Darwin Núñez. They paid, I think, 45 million or so for Diogo Jota to come from Wolves. They also paid, I think, 40 million or so for Endo. You know how much they paid for Gravenberg? McAllister was a cheap deal because they agreed it in principle over time. They also brought in Szoboszlai. You know how much they paid for it. So these players did not come cheap. And they're not Salah. They're not top players in Europe. But they could consistently do a job. And this is the reason why Liverpool won the league last season. So putting that in context, you can see why Liverpool won the league last season. And obviously, the only standard player they had in that team last season was Salah in the attacking position. Then defensively, of course, Van Dijk and the goalkeeper. The rest of the players were just maybe above average or little, between average and above average. And they got the job done. How many goals minus Salah did that the next highest scoring Liverpool player score? Check that out. So yeah, and this is what Arsenal did not have. I think that the fact that they had a very lean squad. Arsenal did not have the players. And the Arsenal fans now that are talking about this, saying, why are you signing on the Madueke? What is he going to be? He's going to bench Saka. We are the same Arsenal fans that are crying in the last 2 seasons, like, are you going to run Saka into the ground? And eventually he was run into the ground and got injured, and Arsenal suffered for it. When Madueke does not necessarily need to come and bench Saka. But when you have to share those minutes, play Saka 65 minutes or 45 minutes ahead of the Champions League game, then you have the Noni Madueke who can come in and do a job. So Arteta is trying to build the squad. And I think the Arsenal, in that, if you look at it from that dimension, Arsenal have done a pretty good job so far. Nogard, Noni Madueke now, there's a very strong talk link to Eze as well, who I think will also come in and do a very decent job. So if you look at it from that dimension, you don't necessarily just take Chelsea out of the equation and just look at the player and what the team is trying to do. And you agree with me that this is not a bad sign. So people are saying 50 million is a lot of money. Like I said, Gakpo did not cost cheaper than that. Like I said, Darwin Núñez did not come cheaper than that. In today's market, players don't come that cheap anymore. The only issue I have with Arsenal is that they don't sell as well. They don't sell good. Apart from that, Noni Madueke is 23 years. Check his numbers in Chelsea last season. And he can play both left and right wing. So he's going to be a very solid squad player. And when I was talking about this today, and this is credit to Ogun, my friend, there was another dimension that he brought into it. For Madueke to hear all this noise and see Saka first choice on the right wing, Martinelli holding down the left wing, and there's talk of bringing Rodrigo or Eze, and he still has the mentality to come and show what he has, that he can still deliver in Arsenal. That's the kind of mentality that you want to see in your club. I want Arsenal fans to see it from this dimension. That's the type of mentality you want to see in your club. So, having said that, I would say, let's see what's going to happen. People say even buying from Chelsea. It's only Raheem Sterling that for me has been a total failure for Arsenal, the player Arsenal have signed from Chelsea, and maybe William. Jorginho was not a failure. Kai Havertz has not been a failure. People are talking about Kepa. Chelsea just sold £25 million Petrovic, a goalkeeper, to Bournemouth that replaced Kepa, that Arsenal bought £5 million. I mean, Arsenal fans, when they go church like this, they reason this in some time. Forget about this banter online and try to reason these things and reason them good and see perspective to them. Yes, on the periphery, I'm not really. It wasn't a transfer I was expecting Arsenal to do. But when you look at what the team suffered last season and how Liverpool won the league and what these signings can bring to Arsenal, you just agree with the signing. See you again. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section. You know, this is not just rant or banter. Just give it a thought and let me know your perspective. Ciao.
Rubbish.